It's Mary Leblanc from the Hort Society. Everybody calls me MJ. And I'm here today to introduce our Big Bag program. BIG stands for Beginners in Gardening. And the bag speaks for itself. It's full of goodies. We have seeds, tools, books, things for you to do. And we're hoping that you really enjoy it. We really want the younger generation to get involved. I came up with the idea, actually another member, Marsha Ferguson, and I came up with the idea when we saw the other bags at the library and what they held. So we thought it'd be really good to introduce a children's or a youth program to our society. I'm hoping that everybody will get involved and will get excited about coming in and borrowing this stuff. And I'll introduce Lauralee. She can tell you when, where, and how to do the rest.
Hi again, it's Lauralee from Rideau Lakes Public Library, and now I want to go through all the bags with you. So as we know, these beautiful green bags, Beginners in Gardening, have a beautiful tag on the front that names the theme. This one is Grow It, Eat It, and it shows the partnership by the Rideau Lakes Public Library and the Horticultural Society. So in this bag, you will get in every bag, but in this bag we have our 2 instruction guides. We have a beautiful yellow water can. We have our tools. We have our package of a multi-variety of seeds. So we have different vegetables and lettuces and flowers in here. And on the back of each one, it actually explains to you the instruction on how to plant it, which is so awesome. Then we have our gloves that the kids can put on. So fun to wear our gloves. And to put in our journal all of our planning and our little coloring book. So these are the items they get to keep. And then of course you have to look up close and personal with our magnifying glass. In here we have a beautiful sharpener, an eraser, pencil, crayons, pencils, and a pen to record in our book and to draw some of the things that are growing. So there's so much learning going on, lots of early literacy to teach about reading, writing, and listening and taking in the information. And then in this book, we have 2 books. So this one's called Grow, a family guide to growing fruits and vegetables. This one comes with actually some stickers and some games. Very nice book to give lots of instructions on what to do. The second book that's in this one is called Gardening with Emma, Growing and Having Fun. She likes to share all her gardening tips, a kid-to-kid guide, and with fantastic illustrations and really good literature to learn what to do. So next we're going to go on to number 2. Number 2 is play in the dirt. Oh, what kid doesn't want to get their hands in the dirt and have a lot of fun? So again, we have our set of really good Lee Valley tools that are sturdy. We have our coloring book. We have our seeds. We have our gloves. These gloves are so cute because they actually have worms on them. And we have our recording and our book. Definitely want to use your magnifying glass in this one because things grow in the dirt and you really need to look up close. This one, we have a beautiful brown pencil case to go with our dirt theme with all of our tools in here to be recording and coloring and drawing what we're growing. We have our watering can, and then we have 2 beautiful books. This one is called Compost Stew, an A to Z recipe for the earth. What a great way to get creative. And the illustrations are perfect. Look at that. It's all in kind of collage. This book is got like the alphabet in a rhyme, which is really nice. And look at the illustrations. Like they're just beautiful, very creative. And it really illustrates the ideas for children to be creative and to draw and to take pieces of paper to show their items that they've been looking at. This is how she made her book. So that's beautiful. Then we have Up in the Garden and Down in the Dirt. This one is by Kate Messner, and it's beautiful artwork. They always have beautiful artwork in all these books and children. And this one is kind of like an instructional guide, but it's also a story as they go through. Look at the beautiful colors illustrating fall, which we're at right now. So this book is going to go through and look at, especially with the magnifying glass, you know, you can practice and wonder what the worm looks like up close and the roots look like. So when they get to spring, they really know what they're looking at. Now we have number 3. We have flowers. This one is all about our beautiful colors that make our colors in the spring. So we have our gardening tools by B.I.G, and we have a red watering can this time. We have our pencil case with all of our colors and writing tools, our magnifying glass, our gloves, our coloring book, and our seeds, and our recording book. And these books are really good. This one's called Rocks, Dirt, Worms, and Weeds, a fun, user-friendly, illustrated guide to creating vegetable or flower garden with your kids. What a fantastic book to help you through what to do with your kids. So there's lots of good illustrations, some really good making garden instructions, and pictures to show you all the different ways. You can go from big to small gardens in here. And one of our main authors, Lois Elhart, is a really famous author for children, and she makes Planting a Rainbow. And this is one of the books that I have read to our children about planning gardening. So it has a little rhythm and rhyme. It has beautiful artwork. She always works in collage. We have some red flowers and orange flowers and some yellow blooms. And it shows all the different colors. So there's so much learning going on. This is a really fun read. We have number 4, bees and butterflies. This one's certainly all about our listening in the springtime. So again, we have our gloves with bees. We have our coloring book. We have our seeds. We have our recording book. And we have our pencil case, green, matching with all of our coloring in there. We have some really cool tools. This one is that you get to put your bugs in there, and it has little breathing holes, and that you can really look at it and then carry it with you. We have our magnifying glass to look up close and personal, and we have a fantastic bug catcher. These ones are fantastic because they get to put the item in, close it, and you can see it on all 4 sides with a little handle to carry it along. And remember, kids like to pick up more than bugs. They have leaves and lots of things. We have a beautiful butterfly catcher and our watering can and our tools from Lee Valley and 2 more beautiful books. This one is Bees, Bugs, and Butterflies, the title of our kit. A family guide to our garden heroes and helpers, which is so cool. So this one is full of instructions and gives lots of games to play to learn about the bees and the bugs. It comes with some fun stickers that they get to use. And it talks about how to journal and how to use different types of collections. So maybe at nighttime, using your flashlights. And this says, make a light trap for moths. There's tons of activities for parents. So it gives them some really good ideas so they don't have to think for themselves of what am I going to do to teach my kid about these. The second book is My Busy Green Garden. I love when they make books so up close. Look at how they can see that praying mantis. So this is a beautiful storybook, and it has beautiful illustrations and really emphasizing the colors and the creatures that are neighboring and using the flowers and the creatures that are on the flowers all the time as well. And last but not least, we have number 5. We have our winter garden, which is such a perfect bag to be starting this fall. So the winter gardening has 2 beautiful books. It has our watering can because, as I said in the first clip, we want to start experiencing it early. We don't have to just wait till spring to start playing in the dirt and using our seeds and smelling what things are growing. So we still have our pencil case, and we have our seeds, we have our recording book, our magnifying glass. We have some really fun gloves with different creatures on them, our tools from Lee Valley, and our coloring book. In this bag, this teaches us all about what's going to happen. How Does My Garden Grow by Gerda Mueller. And this is such a fantastic book because it's giving really clear instructions about how things grow, what the tools you need, and how to prepare for the next steps of growing your garden. So that is really some good things. You can be rereading books over and over through the winter time, so you really get familiar on the strategies and the tasks that you got to get ready to do this in the springtime. So that is a great book. Her second one is A Seed is Sleepy, which is so true about when it happens in wintertime. What happens to all these things in the winter, in the fall, and as it gets prepared? Why are we seeing all these pine cones on the ground and all these nuts on the ground? So you have lots of good opportunities to have a really good discussion with parents with children about what does happen and what will happen next spring with these things all over the ground. And the illustrations, look at all the different beans and the pods and the seeds and the nuts and what they look like as they change over winter. So this is our 5 bags. We're very, very excited to have them in all 5 of our libraries for Rideau Lakes Public Library, and that parents can go on our online catalog and they can pick which one they want to use and sign it out, or they can come right into our library because we're open. We have open hours, wearing our mask. Parents can come in and choose which bag that they would like to borrow. When they bring the bag back, the tools are asked to be cleaned. There's instructions inside, and we leave this bag open and aired out for a week. And then we spray it to make sure it's all clean and ready for the next family that wants to use it. So thank you very much. This is Yvonne.
Hello. I'm Yvonne Helwig, co-president of the Rideau Lakes Horticultural Society, and I just wanted to thank our members for making all of this possible through buying a membership from us and through participating in different activities that we undertake, such as these big bags. And pollinator gardens, like the one in Hannah Park in Portland, and various other community projects that we undertake. But a special thank you to the library, to Lauralee and to Vicki Stevenson, our camera person for this production, who made all of this possible for us too, and did such a fabulous job of putting together these packages. So thank you very much, Lauralee.